The Madagascar franchise by DreamWorks is remembered as one of the most fun and vibrant animated series of the 2000s. Mixing quick humor, charismatic characters, and a colorful visual style, the franchise won over millions of fans around the world. But like many successful films, it reached a peak and then fell like a meteor. I'm going to tell you now what led Madagascar to go through this. Let's go. You are more than welcome to Cine lovers and to Madagascar. The brilliant beginning. It all started in 2005 with the release of Madagascar. The movie introduced Alex, the star lion of the New York Zoo, Marty, the dreamer zebra, Melman, the nervous giraffe, and Gloria, the confident hippo. The story everyone already knows. Zoo animals who end up lost in the wilds of Madagascar. The film captivated audiences with its mix of comedy and adventure. On top of that, secondary characters like the penguins and King Julian stole the show, becoming instant fan favorites. My favorite character is Skipper. The movie grossed about $556 million worldwide, an impressive number for that time, which placed the studio among the top positions in global animation. This result proved that DreamWorks had a real goldmine on their hands, and that the characters had enough appeal to reach different audiences, from children to adults. The enormous success not only guaranteed financial return, but also opened doors for the studio to explore new creative and commercial horizons with the franchise. The success immediately led to plans for sequels and spin-offs that made a big impact. The peak with the sequels. The franchise continued to be a success with Madagascar, Escape to Africa 2008, and Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted 2012. The second film took the characters to the African continent, into the savannas, exploring their origins and adding a more emotional tone without leaving behind the humor. The movie spent more time in Africa, even though it was still called Madagascar, but that didn't affect its success, since the script was very strong and in many aspects even surpassed the first one. It even made more money, surpassing $600 million at the box office. The third film, on the other hand, took the group to Europe with a circus-themed plot, vibrant songs, and an even more colorful aesthetic. Madagascar 3 was the highest point of the saga, grossing $746 million at the global box office. On top of that, the song Firework by Katy Perry, used in the movie, became a milestone for the franchise. With each new release, it made more money and became more successful than the previous one, something not every franchise can achieve. But the third film also received a lot of criticism. It strayed completely from the original idea of the other movies. Out of nowhere, they added a circus, a European tour. Meanwhile, the side characters got a life of their own. The penguins, for example, had their own movie in 2014, as well as a TV series on Nickelodeon. King Julian also got a Netflix series. The franchise was no longer just about Alex and his friends. It had expanded into a true universe of characters. The beginning of the decline. Despite the success up to the third film, after 2012 the franchise began to show signs of wear. The Penguins movie in 2014 didn't have the same expected impact, grossing around $373 million, a considerable amount, but well below what was expected for DreamWorks standards, and well below Madagascar 1. If you've made it this far in the video, leave a comment saying, "I'm a Cine lover," and I'll give you a heart. To this day, DreamWorks still hasn't released Madagascar 4, even though it was promised for a long time, especially because of the Penguins flop. The fourth film project was actually announced for 2018, but was later pulled from the studio's release schedule, probably because they feared that if Madagascar 4 came out that year, it would end up as another flop. In my opinion, what's happening is that DreamWorks is letting the franchise rest. From 2005 to 2015, a ton of films and shows came out, which is a short span of time for so much production. So now 10 years have gone by, although recently we got the Madagascar Babies series. But to me, it's still the same strategy. They're doing the exact same thing with Shrek. Shrek 5 is being released 17 years after Shrek 4. With a fresh start, after having rested for a long time, they just need to make something really good, otherwise it turns into wasted potential. I still believe Madagascar 4 is only a matter of time. The success or failure of Shrek 5 is going to define shine a lot for DreamWorks. The peak of the Madagascar franchise happened between 2005 and 2012, with the release of 3 movies, closing out a trilogy and the explosion of supporting characters getting their own spin-offs. The charisma of the main characters, combined with the over-the-top humor and fun storylines, made the franchise one of DreamWorks' most popular. Even with the decline, there's still hope that a triumphant return will happen with the release of Madagascar 4. Let's wait for the next announcements. I would definitely watch it. What about you? Let me know. Madagascar remains one of the most beloved franchises of the 2000s and one of the most beloved in animation. Madagascar marked a generation and showed how DreamWorks can create not just a successful movie, but an entire universe of unforgettable characters. And speaking of this gang, there are plenty of videos about them here on the channel, so it's time to click and keep binging Cine lovers. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and see you in the next video here on Cine Lovers.